Miguel Iterati back here in the IBOT Vaults, and we're going to hit you with another UFC 207 Talk and Shoot blog here. Basically, going to go through the undercard fights. Some interesting fights at the 207 card. I'm a little bit, if you're not excited about Ronda Rousey coming back, and, obviously Cruz and Garbrandt's a nice title fight, but I don't think they could headline a big event with Cruz and Garbrandt. It makes a nice support fight. If you're not really excited about the return of Ronda Rousey, this is a weak New Year's offering for the UFC. The undercard, though, has a couple of interesting fights, especially when you look at the welterweight division. They packed a lot of welterweights into it. One middleweight bout, basically you got Marvin Vettori on the middleweights at a plus 115 underdog as he faces Antonio Carlos Jr., minus 135 for Carlos Jr. The over-under is 2.5 with the over minus 120 and the under plus 100. Everything else on the undercard, welterweight action at 3 rounds. You can spot them on the Fox Sports 1 network, and some of the fights will be on the UFC's Fight Pass. You're going to have to check out and see the local listings. I think the Fight Pass fights are going to be Alex Oliveira and Tim Means, a good little scrap, minus 105 for Oliveira, minus 115 for Means, basically a toss-up, over-under 2.5 with the over minus 130 and the under plus 100. Opening the evening is going to be Brandon Thatch, favored at minus 200 as he takes on Nico Price. Nico Price plus 170, over-under is 1.5 with the over plus 125 and the under minus 145. Heading back into the Fox Sports 1 card, you got Mike Pyle taking on Alex Garcia. Garcia, a minus 160 favorite, with Pyle coming back at plus 140. Over-under is 1.5 with the over at minus 145 and the under at plus 125. Main bouts of the undercard in the welterweight division, you got Dong Yoon Kim, the stun gun, returning to face Tarek Saffiedine. Saffiedine and Stun Gun would like to get one run in here at the UFC title if they can do that, and they both need a win desperately here. Minus 140 for the Stun Gun, Saffiedine plus 120, over-unders 2.5 with the over minus 170 and the under plus 150. And the last of the undercard fight sees former welterweight champion Johnny Hendricks, a plus 100 underdog to Neil Magny. Magny paying back at minus 120. Obviously a very tight line there. Hendricks, a real fall from his title days. He's lost 4 of 6. And the over-under on this was 2.5 with the over at minus 195 and the under at plus 168. I'm Miguel Iterati. Those are your UFC 207 undercard odds, and we'll talk to you after the fights.